Let's normalize fear being a red flag. Let's acknowledge it's not the same thing as intuition or even wisdom. It's weakness. Fear is a very dense, low vibrational frequency that weakens your immune system and your overall response to life because it renders you quite powerless. Now, there's a lot of feeling or emotions or psychology involved, meaning there's a lot of things that we worry about in our head, and we spend a lot of time in our head worrying about what might happen. Often it doesn't happen. So we've wasted time worrying about things that aren't real, instead of focusing on the actual problems and solutions. More importantly though, the solutions, like instead of focusing on what we could do to change things. I talk a lot about protecting children. I'm a child trafficking survivor that exposes corrupt cults and nonprofits that profit off the harm of children. I do a lot of whistleblowing. I do a lot of things that most people would probably be too afraid to imagine. But I just want to encourage people that it's never about fear tactics. But look, anytime we're raising our awareness about these real things we should be aware of, the goal is not to be fearful. That's actually the opposite of empowerment, right? Fear is not of God, but beyond like a religious perspective, fear is absolutely a very weak vibration. And when you're vibrating in it, you're easier to control. Here's the thing, the people peddling the propaganda know this. The politicians, the cult leaders, the puppet masters, they know that fear is a very effective method and that it renders people very distracted and chaotic, and they profit off that chaos. They profit off fear. We all have the option not to buy it. We all know fear sells, right? We have the option to opt out of the propaganda, but instead of fearing it or even fearing the people who are peddling the propaganda, we have the option not to fall for it. That shouldn't be scary, right? Now, you can spend time thinking about how to best prepare, but spending time fearing things, I don't see that as part of the solution. Now, since fear is a feeling, right? It's an emotion. I want you to feel your emotions, but I also want you to fact check them. I want you to question, is this real or is this something that's in my head? Is worrying about this or being fearful of this making me more powerful? Is it enabling me to solve this problem, or is it rendering me less powerful, less useful in whatever problem I'm trying to solve? Is this fear really helping me stay safe, or is it making me stay small? Am I being guided or am I being manipulated? So if anybody's confused or feels powerless or feels like there's nothing we can do against all these overwhelming bad things in this world, I want you to pick one thing you can do to be part of the solution. It's not just a feel-good message. It's like, hey, you know what is part of the solution? Actually doing something helpful. You know, it's not sitting back worrying about the bad things, but not do anything about them. Look, if for no other reason, fear is bad for your health, okay? Truth requires clarity. So I want you to focus on truth, not fear.